What's going on, guys? It's Gendo here, and I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of my Hexagon series. And today, Benfica will be taking on Vitória Setúbal in the league and Boa Vista in the Taça de Portugal, the Portuguese Cup. Before we get to that, we must go over how we've been faring in the league thus far, and there have not been any new transfers made in or out, so we can skip that entirely. One of the reasons why I'm live coming against Vitória Setúbal is because they are tied with us on points. We are sitting 1-2 with Setúbal ahead of us just on goal difference. They have 12 goal difference and we have 11. Both of us have won 4 matches and drawn twice, going undefeated so far, which is very good. Let's take a look at the matches that we have gone so far in this league. As you can see, 6 matches undefeated. First, starting off against Maritimo and away from home and defeating them 5-2 as Julio picks up a brace, Leguiza with a goal, Asmar and Laerte also in the second half, just completely dominating Maritimo in the opening match. 21 shots, 11 of them on target, majority possession, and can't really say anybody played really badly except for Raresh Ferrar on the back. He is a solid left back, and he just didn't have a good day in the office. So there's a lot of problems coming down that left wing, and Maritimo was able to get at least one goal coming down that left side, which was the Cristiano goal. But aside from that, it was a very solid performance, and we followed that up with another solid performance against last year's third-place team, Leiria, defeating them 4-1 at home. Julio with a goal, Victor Hugo Ramos with a brace, and Emerson getting himself his first goal of the season. 29 shots, 16 on target, majority possession. Now that is what you call total and utter domination, and is really setting the stage for how I want Benfica to play during this season. We did hit a little bit of a snag as we traveled to Braga and only came away with a 2-2 draw. Ramos and Leguiza both picking up goals. Braga needed a very, very late doors goal. First minute of stoppage time from Luis Pimenta to knot the match up at 2 and steal points away from us. We could have started off the league with 3 straight wins, but it was not to be. 23 shots total, 6 of them on target, however, but we did keep majority possession, and that's always a good part, especially if it leads to goals. We then got back to our winning ways as we defeated Vitória, I want to say, Guimarães. We defeated them 3-2 away from home, as Ronald Solis picking up a brace, and then Fabio Paulista ending the first half with a nice, solid goal. Guimarães, I'm just going to say Vitória in this case, picked up a goal in the 39th minute off a penalty, and then once again in the 73rd, just trying to get one back. Eventually, it actually knotted the match up before Solis picked up the match winner 5 minutes later. 17 shots, 7 of them on target, relatively even possession on both sides. Defense starting to get a little lax, and at that point in time, it's like, okay, start to change up the training regimen so they can have a little better positioning, a little better marking. Tackling's not all that bad, they just need to be in better spots. We then followed that up with one of the other big 3 teams in Portugal, soundly defeating Sporting 4-0 at home. Laerte, Morales with a brace, and Solis with a late goal, putting Sporting out of their misery. 31 shots, 15 of them on target, 55% possession, complete and utter domination up and down the board. There wasn't a single bad performance by anybody. But however, we then followed that up with a 1-1 draw at home to Lejoes. I want to say that's the right pronunciation, Lejoes. Asmar getting a goal, the only goal for us in the 11th minute, and the goal on the other side coming just 12 minutes later, actually. But with 22 shots and 8 of them on targets, you figure that we probably could have squeaked away with another goal. Lejoes, though, right there with the same amount of shots on target, fewer shots, of course, but relatively even possession. This match seemed to be ours for the taking. We just couldn't bag a second to take all 3 points, and ended with a draw. At least it wasn't a loss. So far, I really like that we haven't gone into this league with a loss. But now we get into today's match, and it's definitely going to be a big one, as it's taking on the clash of the 2 top teams early on in the season, Vitória Setúbal versus Benfica, and we're going to be away from home. Setúbal is coming out in a 4-4-2, and I'm going to be using the 4-2-3-1 that we've been using throughout this season. And the lineup's going to be as follows. We're actually going to put in, I think we're going to leave Jose Moreira in net Ferrar, Laerte, Paulista, and Emerson the back four. Solis and Julio sitting in the middle. Gonçalves, Asmar, and Leguiza along the attacking front, and then Victor Hugo Ramos, the lone striker. Let's kick off. Let's continue our unbeaten run. If we can at least come away with a draw, I'll be happy. But I'm obviously going to be gunning for a win. Alright, and here we go. The opening kickoff for the battle of the two leaders of the Portuguese Premier League, at least at this point in the season, 7 matches in. Setúbal in the green, and of course Benfica in the red. Long throw in from Rarish Ferrar. Unfortunately, doesn't find anybody in the box. Have to come all the way back just to pick that out. Now we're coming through the center. Asmar out to Leguiza on the wing, and he is able to slot that home near corner. Keeper was fooled, and Benfica are up 1-0 after just 6 minutes. Some great passing to set that up, and found Leguiza out on the wing, who was able to cannon it into the top right corner. And here we come again, Ramos to Leguiza. Oh, and Gonçalves was offside, even though it was a really good passing movement. It was probably just offside. Here we come again on the attack. Ferrar to Gonçalves, in through to Ramos in the middle, and slots it low into the left. Keeper just stood there frozen, and Benfica are now up 2-0. Benfica are continuing their unrelentless attack. As Gonçalves now into the box, down in the box, and Asmar was able to sneak that one through. I think that bounced off a defender, and Benfica, by some way, are now up 3-0 after just 20 minutes. Like I said, unrelentless attack. 3 minutes later, here we come again, forcing Setúbal on their back foot. Solis with a rebound that falls right to Leguiza, but I see the ref having his flag up, and it's offsides. Very unfortunate, but Benfica still 3 goals up in the space of 20 minutes. It's not something to scoff at. 28 minutes gone, and Setúbal have themselves an attack now, but it's cleared well away. Victor Hugo Ramos, just to the right of the post, could have made it 4 right before the half-hour mark. Benfica with this complete overt attacking style, just confusing Setúbal, like I said, forcing them on their back foot, not being able to get many chances. We go into halftime up 3-0, and Setúbal only have 2 shots, none of them on target. Benfica with 11 and 6. Just very pleased with everyone. Keep it going and keep our undefeated run going. This will more than likely push us up into first place if we can hold on for this victory. I was going to say, not a lot of attacking movement or attacking chances for either side in the second half, but Setúbal coming forward, that looked like it was taken off of a defender. I thought that would have been a corner for Setúbal, but they do not award that. And time is flying by. 20 minutes left to go in this match. Going to start making some subs, especially for Ronald Solis, as not only is he the most tired, he also has a yellow card on him. So Silveira is going to come in for him. And then Fabio Paulista, I think I'm going to leave Paulista in for now. Laerte, however, is going to come out for Conceição. And that's going to be it. Keep the last sub in my back pocket in case I need it in these last 20 minutes. Once again, a long throw-in from Rarish Ferrar out on the left. Gets headed out of the box, but we do get another attack. It falls back to Ferrar. Now we're playing it through the center to Gonçalves. Weak shot, easy pickup by Tomaguila, the Setúbal keeper. 10 minutes left to go, 9 minutes actually, and Setúbal now once again trying some sort of attack to try and break this scoreless streak they've been going on. At least, and that was a very weak shot. Moreira just was not able to dive over there. I think he was leaning one way and could not dive the other. And Setúbal are able to get one back. And I'm going to make some subs now. Asmar is going to drop down to the center mid. And we're going to bring on Emilio Morales. I know he doesn't play cam role, but just need to put someone in there for a very tired and a very knackered, not playing very well Julio either. But with 6 minutes now, Setúbal may have found some newfound confidence. And is that onside? It is. Setúbal putting 2 back in the space of 3 minutes. Should probably tell the boys to tighten up at the very least and don't concede in these last 6 minutes. We cannot afford to give up one more goal. 3 minutes of stoppage time on the clock. However, only one of them has gone by. Off the post! Oh, off the underside of the post. How did that not go in? Setúbal could have easily had an equalizer right there. And they're still coming forward. They're still attacking. They're still looking for a third goal. But some great defensive work by Benfica there. You just need to get it out. Just clear it out. This is going to be a nervy last minute of stoppage time. Some box-to-box play right now. Asmar to Leguiza out on the wing. It's going to be a free kick, and it's good for us because it helps stop the time. Long ball ahead. Moyer is there to easily pick that up. And with 20 seconds left to go in this match, Moyer will probably do his best to hold up the play, stop time, time waste. Once more, it goes back to Moyer, and this is going to be it. We're going to, I know it shouldn't be an escape, but we escape from Setúbal with a 3-2 victory, having held on to a 3-0 victory all the way into the 80th minute. But it was a good win overall, and now we see ourselves continuing on our undefeated streak, 5-2-0, 17 points out of 7 matches. And now we're going to go into our Taça de Portugal match against Boa Vista. Boa Vista, I believe, have dropped all the way back down to Serie C, not Serie C, but the second league. They've been a yo-yo club for quite some time now, after having recently been back into the Premier League. But it says they're in the second division, so I guess, I thought they were Premier, but we're going to be taking them on and see if we can advance into the next round of the Portuguese Cup. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Alright, and today will be the match with Benfica versus Boa Vista in the Taça de Portugal third round. And we're going to be kicking off here at the Estádio da Luz, where there's about a third of capacity coming out to see this match. 22,422 people will be watching this, and Boa Vista look to be in a very defensive formation, 4-5-1, mostly through the middle. And we're going to be sticking with our 4-2-3-1. A couple of changes on the lineup today, as Conceição is going to get a start in center back. Nuno Correa and Octavio Silveira are going to be the starting center mids. Francisco Rodriguez is going to be out there on the right wing, and then Emilio Morales is coming in for the striker Victor Hugo Ramos, just as a basic rotation. That's all, nothing more. Nobody else is injured, so let's just see how this squad does, and I'll think about rotating in for the rest of the season. But I just want to see how these guys do. So let's kick off and see what happens. Alright, and there's the whistle. We kick off this match. Benfica in the red and whites, and Boa Vista in the black and white checker. Now, the board doesn't really favor or put a lot of attention on this competition. However, I do. I want to win everything that's here in Portugal. Almost 20 minutes gone. Ferrer! Oh, wow. Throw in right to Laierte's head. But unfortunately, it goes over the crossbar and out for a goal kick. Boa Vista now looking to get some sort of attacking movements. Ball's just being pinballed around the center. Some decent back and forth from both sides. But now we come forth on an attack. Asmar out to Morales. Oh, wow. I don't know how Morales missed that one, but he just went wide. He just went wide of the post. Should have been 1-0 to Benfica. But other than that, we've had quite a lot of long shots. Ferrer, down in the box, that is a penalty. Right on the edge of halftime, we're going to get a penalty. We've had 16 shots, 6 of them on target, and who's stepping up? Emerson is going to be stepping up and taking this penalty for Benfica. But yeah, just look at the shot disparity out on the left once this penalty goes in and Emerson makes it 1-0 to Benfica. 17 shots to Boa Vista's 2. 7 of them on target. Boa Vista have had 0. It just shows the offensive dominance that we've been putting upon this team. And more, I would like to say you can do a lot better. I mean, defensively you're fine, but there needs to be a lot more attacking chances put forth, and a lot of that comes forth with the 4 guys up front. You know, they're not finishing. I'm disappointed in the quality of finishing because only 1 goal out of 17 shots, and it happened to be on a penalty. There needs to be something different there. And I'm looking for at least another goal in this second half. Here we go. Gonçalves gets it through to Laerte, and it took Laerte, a center back, coming in on a corner to score a proper goal for Benfica, and we are now up 2-0 after just 5 minutes into this half, and we're looking pretty solid. I am going to make a sub out, though, as Rodriguez looking knackered and not looking particularly good, so Leguiza is going to come in for him. I know I was just trying to use this match as more of a rest match for certain players. Like I said, want to get some rotation in. A wicked tackle by Ricardinho from Boa Vista. And now here they come on attack. Now, it was a good tackle off of that for him. And it recycles. And there's a flare in the background by nobody in particular. It looks like it's just in an empty seat. But the Benfica fans are happy, at least for now. A lot of end-to-end play from both the teams so far. Now Silveira with a dispossess, and now we come on an attack. Silveira up the wing to Emerson, who has options in the box, finds Morales, and Morales gets himself a header goal and makes it 3-0 to Benfica. And we have this match firmly in the driver's seat as one of the Boa Vista players goes out injured. Leguiza now coming up the wing, slips past one defender, another ball into the box. Morales to Osmar. Osmar could have made it 4. We're still in the attacking zone, though. Ferrer has to recycle it backwards, and that ends that. Before that highlight resolves, I'm going to make another sub. And I don't like seeing a yellow card on anybody, so Paulista is going to come in for Conceição. Once this goes through. Boa Vista, ooh, good save by Moreira there. As that was from point-blank range, Boa Vista could have easily gotten one back. But now with time just going away, 12 minutes left, I'm going to make one more sub. And who should I give it to? Palau rarely plays now, so I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to sub out Raurish Ferrar for Palau. Correa just bullying the other Gonçalves off the ball, but in the end, Boa Vista still with an attacking chance. And Boa Vista do get one back. This better not be a carbon copy of the match that we just had versus Setúbal, where they score twice in the last 10 minutes. I don't want to see Boa Vista come back, but it looks like time is not on their side, as 3 minutes of stoppage time are showing on the clock. Most of it has come and gone. With about 40 seconds left, it's very little time for Boa Vista to do anything. And it's more than likely going to see themselves out of the Taça de Portugal, and that'll see us on to the 4th round. I honestly don't know how many rounds there are. I think there's 7 or 8. Well, I'll have to go back and check. But with 5 seconds left to go, Boa Vista just trying to get some sort of attack going, but going out on the wing is more than likely going to draw a referee whistle. And there it is, full time, 3-1 to Benfica, and we see ourselves on to the next round. 24 shots, 12 of them on targets, majority possession. We should be winning every single time those stats like that show up. And oof, Braga just taking out Camara Lobos completely with a 9-0 demolishing. Academica beating Visu 6-0. What are the other results? Estoril beating União Madeira 5-0. 5-0 for here. Any other big results? Not seeing. We're seeing a lot of 4. Whoa! Gil Vicente with a 10-1 demolishing of Torinse. Wow, who's this guy? He got 6 goals. Diogo Traquera. Okay. 10-1. That's amazing. And then that's the only other big result. So let's take a look at the scheduling. Our next round in the Taça de Portugal will be there just in a few weeks' time, but I'm not going to come back at that time. I'm actually going to come back a little later, as we need to show a match versus Porto. Porto would be a good match to come back to. So next time when we come back, it will be a double live com against Porto and Belenenses. So until that time, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, comments, suggestions, questions, anything else, please leave in the comment box below. As always, this is Gendo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out.